Hello everyone, and welcome back to more Minecraft. I was actually a bit caught off guard today, because they changed the streaming UI on YouTube. I think the new UI is much worse, because I literally cannot see the information. Well, I can, but I would have to like... Actually, no, I literally can't, because of the way it's set up. I would have to like move my windows around in a weird way to actually be able to see the stuff that I normally see. But that's fine, as long as I can see the chat. That's still clear, at least. But yeah, welcome. Today, we're on 25th of June, InfDev, the first one. And we're gonna stay on this one for basically the entire duration of the stream. Because the second one is the Secret Friday update. And during that one, we're actually going to explore and find a dungeon. But today, I wanted to actually finally start building this castle here. So that's what I'm gonna be working on all stream. I'm gonna kind of sort of build it. Man, I really shouldn't have taken all my cobblestone downstairs. I should have kept at least some up here. But yeah, I'm sort of gonna like build it as I go, pretty much. And we'll see how it ends up. I will try to build it around the terrain, though, that's for sure, to make it a bit more unique than my standard, very square-ish shape that I always go for. Well, there's a cave here that I haven't explored. It's a Nothing Burger cave. I might as well get some coal. Hello, Paul. Welcome back to the stream. Hello, Neon Light. Welcome back. I'm gonna be building a castle today. It's gonna be fun. At least the first part of the castle. I'll try to finish the entire thing, like the entire first wing, today. I mean, we have 2 hours, and I'm pretty sure I have all the cobblestone that I'm gonna need for this, so I should be able to do it. Because next time we're gonna be looking for a dungeon. We're gonna go on a little adventure. I'm actually quite excited for that. That makes me wonder, because this version was also released on the same day as the next Secret Friday update. Did Notch seriously spend like just a few hours making the Secret Friday update? I mean, I shouldn't be that surprised. He's still, I would consider him a slightly better programmer than I am. And I can like push out a decently sized update within like a few days, within maybe even just 1 day, honestly. Like the spears, for example, the most recent, like, I would say, kind of major content update for InfDev Plus was made in 2 days. I spent 1 day on the spears and 1 day on the llamas, but I only spent like a couple hours on each feature, like around 3 hours on each. I could have easily done it in a single day, so I guess it's not that far-fetched. I shouldn't really be surprised, but still, good job, Notch. I'm excited to find the dungeon. The mossy cobblestone will definitely come in handy while building. And also, I will be able to pick up the spawners, and I think I will. Even though I said I'm not going to use any glitches or anything, it's not even a glitch, technically. Like, it's part of the game. So but if I do use the spawners, though, if I do like pick up a spawner and use it, I'm only gonna use it in the alpha chunks to make it fair. I'm probably only gonna be able to find one anyway, so. Hello, Afu. Welcome back to the stream. Oh, so that was you on Reddit. I thought it might have been you, because that user did have Afu in the name, but I wasn't entirely sure. Yeah, you're welcome for the guide. It took me like freaking 3 days to write that guide. So don't expect one for InfDev Plus anytime soon. Because that mod is like double the size, or even not double, it's like triple the size of InfDev Plus. Oh, by the way, I did dupe the diamonds here, and actually, it turns out that you can do this infinitely. You can like... Yeah, you can basically load this, like, your save in 624, take out the diamonds, load it in 625, put them back in, and then load it again in 624 and like keep repeating that. I could actually triple or even quadruple my diamonds, but I did not. I'm a good boy and I only did it once. And we're probably gonna find more diamonds next episode anyway, because we're gonna be doing some caving to find dungeons. So this is good enough. I promise this is the only glitch that I'm gonna be using. Crap. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna keep all this cobblestone with me, because let's start building. Finally. Reddit? Yes, the... What's it called again? The Golden Age subreddit. That's what we are referring to at the moment. Okay, I think I want the castle to go all the way to the ledge here. That's gonna make it look the most authentic. Right. I still don't know what I want to put like in between here, because I have to clear out this hill, which I will be doing after I find the dungeon. So in 627 or 629-ish, I will be clearing this out. So I don't know what I want to do here in the middle. I was thinking like maybe... Actually, you know what? This would be a perfect place for the entrance of the castle. So I think I can just like loop around like this. You know what? Let's do it this way. I'm just gonna keep it like completely separate and I'll connect it later. That's what I'm gonna do. And here I kind of want to go on an angle a little bit. There we go. A little bit strange, but it'll have to do. God, these freaking pigs are gonna drive me insane. Oh, I missed some coal here. How many diamonds do you need? You can never have enough diamonds, especially in InfDev, because the diamond tools here have lower durabilities, keep that in mind. They have 512 durability instead of 1024. So you burn through these quickly. I literally had almost a stack of diamonds, and I burned through that entire stack to just clear out this hill for like shovels and pickaxes. So yeah, you need a lot of diamonds in these InfDev versions. So the more the better. Because in later versions like beta or especially early release, you can get by with just a stack of diamonds. That will last you quite a while. But in InfDev, you really need a lot more. And ironically enough, in InfDev, diamonds are actually even more rare than they are in beta, for example. So yeah, I don't know what Notch was thinking with that. Let me get rid of this. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna have a tower here. Crap. I could put some... Hold on, let me go get my stone. This is gonna be an odd experiment for me, because normally, you might already know me, but normally I always build things like symmetrically. But this time, this is a very asymmetric build, because I'm trying to use the terrain. So it's gonna end up looking better, I hope. Even if I don't like it as much. So I'm really interested to see how this ends up. I've actually been looking forward to this all week. Also, is this important? I should really close Discord. Too many distractions. Okay, this is kind of important. Well, what would be a better label for this, actually? Whatever. Let me close this code so it's no longer distracting. Bring this back up. Okay, sorry about that. Castle Jank. Hello, Steel Cat. Welcome back. I thought I was hyperfixating on Minecraft too much, then saw a guy, the Master Caver. I'm totally normal. The Master Caver is based as hell, dude. He actually helped me fix the performance issues in FTF Plus. He's been tremendous help, honestly. He's very knowledgeable about the game because he made his own like total conversion mod pretty much for 1.6, and he's been working on it for over 10 years. So he has not only a lot of experience in the game as a player, but also as a modder. He knows all the intricacies and like ins and outs of the entire code base of early release, I would say. He has never made any other mods as far as I know. And he's not as familiar with like older versions like InfDev, for example, but he knows everything there is to know about to release Minecraft. Including even to some degree like the latest versions and their code base. He's pretty much like me, he's completely against the latest versions. And how they're coded primarily. Was that my diamond pickaxe breaking? Okay, let me make another one. Oh no, I was still using an iron one. 26 diamonds. That's 3 less. So sad. Okay, I'm gonna finish this perimeter here. And then I'm gonna mark out the towers. Oh crap, I'm gonna need more dirt. Ah, screw it, let's just get these. There we go. I need more dirt, oh my god, okay, fine. Oh, actually no, let me just get this. I'm gonna be replacing most of this most likely anyway. And... Yep. Now let's give it more shape. Let's keep it like this. There we go. No need for a moat in this castle because it's on top of the cliff. I'm really excited to see how this is gonna look like from down there once I'm done. Okay, let me climb up this hill. This is actually quite useful right now because it gives me a bit of an aerial view of this so I can map out how I want this to look. Just gotta remember that around like here, around where the chests are, I'm pretty sure is the height limit. So I still don't have that much height to work with, sadly. So I must be careful not to make this too crazy. Okay, definitely gonna have a tower there. A tower there, there, maybe here. Yeah, okay. So one there, one there, one there, there, and there. That's 1, 3, 4, 5 towers. Because this central area here will be like a connecting the 2 wings, essentially. Alright, let's mark out these towers. They're gonna vary in size, obviously. I should also put some torches down here. Let's do that first and foremost. Not only so that I and you guys can see, but also to prevent mobs from spawning. Had several instances already where skeletons and creepers spawned up here while I was working and ruined my time. Could also probably plug that up as well. God, this castle is gonna be so massive that I'm not even gonna need any other bases, honestly. Like, everything else that I build besides this castle, because I'm gonna reside in this castle, for the record. But anything else that I build is gonna be purely decorative. And you already know how I feel about building for the sake of building, but that's literally all I can do in these early versions. Thankfully, the Secret Friday updates will give me enough things to do. So I can take a break from the monotonous building and like go and explore new chunks to find some new resource or whatever. Alright, there we go. Of course, now the freaking sheep and pigs are gonna spawn here all the time, but better that than creepers. That's for sure. Alright. Let me... What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, the towers. Oh my god, of course pigs spawned right where I'm going. The annoying thing about pigs now is that they drop this food that doesn't even stack. So I have to just either leave it lying around or just do this. I know I'm technically wasting food, but I already have so much. It just takes up so much space. I'm really starting to hate this mechanic where food doesn't stack. Like, again, I get why Notch did it, but it would have been better if he made it stack and then had like the freaking eating animation, or at least some sort of a cooldown after you eat, so that you can't spam it. Instead, he just made it unstackable. Like, it's horrible. Okay, how do I want this? This is the hard part, the towers, because I want to make them look somewhat cylindrical, whilst also utilizing the... No. Gosh darn it, how do I do this? Maybe like this. Not gonna be a perfect circle, but... The pigs are made out of tungsten. I don't get the joke. Where's the joke, chat? Where's the joke? Can't carry too much pork because it's so heavy. Oh, that's the joke. I mean, I'm able to carry like so many, like, these are tons of stone, because keep in mind that one singular block of cobblestone is basically a 1x1 meter of freaking solid rock. So these are like a crap ton of tons of stone. Yeah, that's some... crap, that's some heavy pork. Minecraft lore moment. I should get rid of this corner. It's not needed. Crap. There we go. That should make it look a little bit better. Actually, this is gonna be the main wall. How? I feel like I should actually leave the towers and just build a wall first. So how tall should the wall be? That's a question. I think maybe either 4 or 5. Let's go for 4. 4 blocks high. Because again, freaking height limit. The towers need to be definitely way higher than the walls to actually stand out. So I can't make the wall too high. I think 4 blocks is probably good enough. And then I'm gonna think about the towers. The interior is gonna be the most interesting, because I'm planning to put like an actual house or something in the middle. god. Oh, let me remove that. That's a nice little lake there. Could do something with that in the future. I should also be punching these sheep for wool, but haven't been diligent enough for that. Is it diligent or vigilant? Diligent, I think. I can't even English today. Yo, Steelcat, if you're still here, I'm kind of like you these days. I'm just very tired for no reason. Even though I shouldn't be tired today, or even yesterday for that matter, because yesterday, the afternoon, I didn't have that much work, but I still feel tired. And it's not because, like, I drink a lot of caffeine or anything, because, like, I only drink coffee, like, once or at most twice a week. So I highly doubt it's that. And I've been sort of like this even before I started drinking coffee, so I really don't know what's up. But it's annoying. Diligent, yeah. Okay, thanks for that. Here we go. Okay, and one more. Actually, maybe I should make it 5. Because this doesn't feel very intimidating, but then again... Limited, yeah, look at that. The towers are gonna be very small. Okay, yeah, I'm keeping it at 4. If it wasn't for this stupid height limit, if the height limit was actually like 256, or at least like 150 something, then would have been fine. Why did you combine arcade mode with survival? Because I wanted to make it more unique. Survival mode was basically stupid anyway. I wanted to give like survival a objective, or at least an implied objective, or like purpose, and that was my way of doing that. But in general, Classic Plus is just like pointless. The only fun that you're ever gonna get out of that mod is if you really enjoy creative building in like Vanilla Classic, then it's great for you. But otherwise, it's just a novelty. You just boot it up, play for like 10 minutes, and then close it and never think of it ever again. Any secret boss? There's actually 2, yeah. Oh, actually there is 1. And I'm gonna spoil it because the mod is so terrible anyway that I really don't care, but it's Herobrine. I literally added Herobrine as a freaking boss because I didn't know what I was doing. And he does nothing special. He's basically just a faster zombie that always knows where you are. He's pretty much always aggroed. That's his entire gimmick. And he also drops a golden apple too. Yeah, Classic Plus was freaking awful, man. Like, at the time, I was so proud of it, and rightfully so, because it was a massive mod. It still is, honestly. It's still one of the biggest mods in for Classic, but my god, has it aged terribly compared to my other work. It's kind of like Craftology, really. I should throw this away. Are you playing just this version, or are you updating as you go along? Hello, Valoran. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Yes, I am updating. I'm currently on... Notch, in his infinite wisdom, made it so that there's no actual like version numbers in InfDev, but I'm currently on June 25th. And I started in March 27th, so I've made quite a few updates already. I'm actually approaching the end of InfDev. In like a couple more streams, we're gonna reach Alpha. which is quite exciting. But yeah, I'm taking things very slow, as you might have noticed. I want to take my time with this. How tall do I want the towers to be? Usually I make the towers 7 blocks tall. But I think it would be interesting, actually, because the build is so asymmetric already, to actually make these towers vary in height. Like, the bigger or the wider the tower is, the higher it is, perhaps. So this one could probably be 7, but let's say that this one, because it's gonna be bigger, is gonna be maybe like 9 or 10. That one, because it's smaller, it's probably gonna be only 5. And that one is gonna be 7 again. That would be interesting, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's go up 3 more. The one thing I don't like about this tower is that, like, this wall here in particular is very flat and long. So it's probably gonna look kind of weird, but whatever. I'm trying something new, so bear with me. Again, I'm a terrible builder, so if this looks half decent, I'm gonna be happy with it. Okay, so here's that tower. Oh, I'm playing on peaceful, apparently. I have no idea why. Change it back to... Actually, let's change it back to normal. There we go. Was I playing on peaceful last time? I'm pretty sure I wasn't. I'm pretty sure last time I was actually playing on normal. Because I do remember, like, getting ambushed by a bunch of spiders last time. Rest in peace, InDev Plus Herobrine, yeah. Honestly, I'm glad that I removed Herobrine from InDev Plus too, because again, it's another one of those things that I just added for the novelty of it, but it didn't really make a whole lot of sense. Like, people normally don't associate Herobrine with InDev, you know? Also, I don't think a tower here is gonna make much sense because of the way the wall curves. So I'm actually not gonna put a tower here. But I will definitely put a tower here. This is an excellent place for a tower. He's making a poly world, but denies it. I don't deny it. It is technically a polyworld. Like, a polyworld is any world that has 2 or more, like, terrain variations, pretty much. And this world already has, like, I think 4 of those. So it is a polyworld, it's just that it's also doubles as my forever world. You can have both. Yeah, I think like this. I think this is gonna work. I think you switched during the stream. Huh. Did I? Last time we played 6:18. No, I did not switch last time. Last time we played only 6:18. I switched the stream before that. I played both the 6:17s. Actually, this tower is also kind of sizable. I think I will make all of them. Or maybe, like, the size shouldn't matter. Actually, the size doesn't matter. Actually, yeah, let's make this one 9 instead. Okay, so that's 1, 2... 3, 4... That sheep just plummeted to its death. Amazing. Almost out of my first batch of cobblestone. Wow. I have plenty more where that came from, though. I'm definitely gonna have enough for this first wing of the castle, but I'm a bit concerned that I might not have enough for... Okay, that's 6. I'm a bit concerned I might not have enough for the second wing. I might actually have to go mining again before I even finish the castle. Like, that's how massive this build is gonna be. Oh, well, I'm out. Okay, let's go get some more. As long as you finish the backside of the building, you're a better builder than Gryan. He may have brilliant designs for things, but only on the front. Hello, Potato. Welcome back to the stream. I haven't watched Gryan in years. Like, the last time I watched that guy was, I think, during the COVID times, and I only watched him because I was bored out of my mind. I don't remember why. I meant you switched the... Oh, switch the difficulty. Yeah, I don't remember why either. I don't even remember switching the difficulty to begin with. Alright, here's more cobble. Oh, fucking hell, this... Get out of here. Waste of inventory space. When I could just have a full stack there instead. Actually, how much cobble do I have left besides this? I have the full double chest, 2 full double chests. Okay, yeah, I think I might actually have to go mining at least a little bit for the second wing. Because most of the castle is just gonna be straight up cobblestone. Oh, piece of coal that I can't pick up. Nice. Actually, I'm going up this way. Eventually, I will make proper stairs leading up to the castle. Don't worry, it's gonna look very cool. But I'm waiting for stairs to, you know, actually exist first. But that's not gonna take that long. We're actually getting very close. I think it was 629 that adds stairs. So literally in a couple of streams we're gonna have stairs and we're gonna make the staircase. Until then, though, we have to make do with this scuffed way of going back up. Will you shut up? Oh my god, these freaking animals, I swear to god. Oh! Look at that, she actually dropped white cloth now. Okay, this is huge. Because I already have some gray cloth. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, because the white cloth is much better for the builds that I have planned. Would you shut up? These freaking animals, man, I hate them. I love animals in real life, but I hate the animals in this game. They're so annoying. Okay, let me go back from my bucket. My god, there's even more sheep! Get out of my castle! I'm already being invaded! Oh, okay, that's a bad idea, actually. I should throw away maybe the shovel. Something not important. Bah! Bah! I also hate how loud the animals are in these earlier versions. Especially the cow. Oh my god, the cow. The cow is like... It sounds like it's a freaking old man. Old man cow. It's so funny, but at the same time annoying as hell. Moo! Moo! Okay, how am I gonna get up there? I'm gonna have to waste cobble doing this. I already forgot how tall this is. I think it's 6 right now. Oh, fucking hell, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and I wanted to make this 9, I believe. So this is 8. Nine. There we go. This one might be too tall compared to the wall beneath, but whatever. Let me actually just do a quick test and see how many more blocks I have until the height limit. Okay, wow, that is actually the height limit. That's crazy. Okay. Well, crap. Whatever. Oh! Jesus! I should be more careful. There goes my armor. Okay, yeah, wow, this is freaking pathetic. I should have made that tower 9 as well, because this one looks way better than that one. Should I make all the towers the same height, chat? Because I feel like that sort of defeats the purpose of this whole build being asymmetrical, but... Oh, the cloth is white now. Yeah, that's great. Don't take that out of context. Yes, white cloth, finally. No more of that colored cloth. Yeah, we don't like colors. Jesus Christ. I'm getting so cancelled for that. Hey, look, perfect doorway. Oink. Yeah, the pig is the only animal that isn't like annoyingly loud, but it's still annoying. Just in other ways, like pushing you around. Genius way of bypassing defenses. Be born inside the castle. Yes. Make them very, okay, yeah, I agree. I agree with that sentiment. I should put a tower here, though, definitely. It's a good place for a tower. I guess like this, and like... Where should it like... Yeah, like here. There we go. Another weirdly shaped tower there, and a tower... Do I want it on this side or this side? I think this side is probably a bit better. Actually, let's make it asymmetrical again. This is a weird shape. Or rather, make it symmetrical in a different way. There. That's a bit better, I think. Got even more sheep. Oh, I can actually pick up their wool now, at least. Gimme! And gimme. And gimme. And gimme. Excellent. I'm an Albanian virus because of poor technology in my country. I'm not able to run my computer. Yeah, I know that meme. Please delete one of your important files yourself. Best regards, Albanian virus. Albania! Fuck yeah! What's funny is that Albania is actually probably the next country to enter the EU, which is hilarious. Good job on the Albanians for that, though, like, genuinely. They've been trying to enter the EU for the past, like, decade or even more, I think, and they finally done it. Okay, and I think this one should be maybe 5. Honestly, yeah. Let's make this one 5. So this is already 3. So 2 more. This is really scary, especially not having sneaking. Usually when I'm building in such a high place, even when I sneak, I am terrified that I'm just gonna accidentally let go of the shift key. Which is why, honestly, I think that the shift toggle sneak is a godsend, but... Now that I don't even have sneaking, it's even worse. Okay, there we go. And that tower is probably gonna be 7 again. Yeah, let's do this a little bit safer. Boom, boom. Gonna need new armor soon. Thankfully, I have more than enough iron for that. Oh, man, you see, the thing with putting a tower here is that it's like a very... I don't like this. This wall is too long. Like, those towers... That one looks kind of weird and it's not even that long. So I definitely want to make that a little bit different. Yeah, I'm actually having fun building this, surprisingly. And I want to put like a big sort of like building here at the center. Okay, wait, let me... Oh my god, these freaking animals, dude! Freaking hell. People in the UK want to rejoin the EU because they realize how dumb Brexit was, but they won't because of the mandatory Euro adoption requirement. Can't they be exempt from it? Like how special little Denmark is exempt from having the Euro somehow. And yeah, like everyone hates the Euro for some reason. I think it's a great idea, at least on paper, to actually have like a unified currency across the entire continent. But I think a lot of people are scared of like inflation. Artificial inflation at that. Like business owners using the switch to Euro to actually make it, you know, more... Okay, I think 5 blocks should be the maximum length for a wall. So if I do it like this, then we can have it like this. There we go. This is more like it. And then maybe like this. Yeah, I think this could work. Why does the UK hate the euro so much? Why do they insist on their currency? Even France, the most nationalist EU country, uses the euro. I mean, Bulgaria is also against the euro. Like, at least the people are against the euro because they're dumb. So maybe it's just because the British are dumb. Wouldn't surprise me. No offense if you're British. Whoa. Weird. Poland or Czechia don't have it either. Yeah, there's I think there's like 7 members that don't have it yet. Romania, Poland, Czechia, Denmark, which is the only exempt one, Sweden, and I think that's it. I'm struggling to think of others that don't have the euro yet. Hello, IDX. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back, Matt. Or Matty. Probably still negotiate an exemption. Yeah, like I still, to this day, I don't understand how freaking Denmark managed to negotiate being exempt from adopting the euro. Like, that's so random and weird. Okay, so this is 4. 5, 6, and 1 more. A good measure. I can't believe I'm actually... This has happened to me for the first time ever, that I'm actually limited by the road height. Because the building I wanted to put here in the center would actually be... Also, I would have to open up the walls. But the building that I'm going to put here in the center is actually going to look way better if I could actually make it taller than the towers. But I can't do that because literally that tower is at the freaking height limit. So for the first time ever in all of my years of playing this game, I'm actually limited by the height limit. And that's only because of this mountain here that it actually generated up to the height limit. Like, as cool as these mountains look, I can see why Notch made them actually, you know, not exceed the height limit in later versions. This just makes sense. I don't think the EU wants the UK back anyway. Yeah, at least I don't want them back. Let them reap what they sow, you know? It's their fault. I'm only feeling bad for Scotland because Scotland actually wanted to remain in the EU, but they were shafted by the freaking Brits. I hope they gain independence one day. Except maybe to strengthen Europe against Russia. Yeah, but they don't need to be a part of the EU for that. They're already in NATO, so... And thankfully, at least they're committed to protecting, you know, the continent. I think I'll keep this wall like this for now. Switzerland doesn't even use the euro. Switzerland uses the franc. They use the same currency that France used to use in the past. It's the Swiss franc, but it's, for all intents and purposes, almost the same, I think. Switzerland is hella based because they just use the freaking the funny mustache man gold. Like, they profited off of the freaking Second World War. It's hilarious. I don't know how they did it, but it's based as hell. Okay, let me make some... Oh, I can't even shift click. I forgot about that. Switzerland is the type of country that wouldn't mind if they were isolated in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. I wouldn't mind that myself, honestly. That's like that would honestly make you the safest. That would be the safest place to live in during a big apocalypse or World War III, especially World War III. Build a central tower higher when they increase the build height limit. I'm not. Obviously, that's a good idea, Paul, but I'm not gonna be able to do that because I'm gonna abandon this area by then. Once beta comes, I'm gonna move to a new area and I'll just leave this as it is. Scotland is British. You mean the English? Yeah, whatever. British, English, it's all the same. I don't know about the Welsh. I don't know much about the Welsh either. I like how it looks. Thanks. It's my first time building an asymmetrical castle. Because normally I always build the same design. 4 towers in the corners and walls connecting them. During COVID, both Australia and New Zealand were doing super well, and New Zealand barely felt it from what it seems. Yeah, but isn't New Zealand having issues now? Like I've read that they're having like political turmoil inside of the country, which is why a lot of New Zealanders are leaving towards are emigrating towards Australia. Oh, hello, Zelanator. Nice. Fancy seeing you here. Welcome. Okay, what am I doing? Yes, I want to climb up here and start laying down these slabs. Always skip one. It's the classic design. Here's a question for you guys. What is your favorite European country? Or rather, what is a European country that you would love to move to and actually live in, you know, long term? I'm genuinely curious to hear your answers because I know that most of you are not even from Europe. There's Americans here, there's a Mexican, there's a Brazilian. Add some windows to the towers later. Yeah, I definitely will. I'll do the old school windows with like using slabs instead of glass. I want to make it look as medieval as possible because that's like the whole point of this build, of this area. It's supposed to be like a medieval town. I'm here to show support to InfDev. Oh, so not even support to me, but to InfDev. I see how it is. I appreciate you being here regardless, though. Vote InfDev in the Minecraft election. I don't think I'd move to Europe, but I do find Denmark and Sweden good. I don't think you want to go to Sweden, dude. Sweden has turned into a hellscape. But Denmark is good, yes, I agree. That's a good choice. Me personally, honestly, I would love to settle down in I was gonna say Spain, but Spain is more of a retiree country. That's like a country I want to retire to, either Spain or Portugal. But to actually live like during my youth, I would love to live in either Switzerland or Ireland. Those are my top picks, and maybe Norway. Norway is pretty cool too. Puns aside. Norway is an honorable mention, but yeah, otherwise Ireland or Switzerland for me. But I am happy where I'm currently in Czechia. And if I had to choose like a Slavic country, because I'm Slavic myself, then it would have to be Poland. Either Poland or Croatia. Or maybe Slovenia. Slovenia is nice. I found something like 5 Veins of diamonds, but can find a single thing of lapis. Are you playing beta, Potato? Because lapis is extremely rare in beta. I'll stay in my country and move to Paraguay. Oh, okay, fair enough. But what if you had to move to Europe? What if, like, someone was, like, holding you hostage and is like, pick a country to go to Europe, you have to. Like, if you were deported or something. Like, which country would you pick? You can pick any country, you just have to move to Europe. Okay, I think for here I actually want to make like a staircase like this. Let me make this. Yeah, this is a interesting staircase here that I'm making. Like this. Like, oh crap. Boom, bada boom, bada beam. Oh, I kind of messed that one up. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, this staircase is looking weird. Crap. Okay, there we go. That'll have to do, I guess. Gonna have to make more slabs. Wait. Let me catch up with chat. Norway during the winter is absurd. Yeah, that's like my only issue with Norway. It's a bit too up north. Because again, I come from the Balkans, so I'm used to like the warm climate. So Norway is probably a bit overkill, but Switzerland or Ireland sound perfect for me. Because even though I come from like a warmer climate, I'm still more of a cold guy, you know? Like I prefer cooler countries than hotter ones. Playing modern, okay. Just think American country too, if you know. England or Spain because they speak Spanish. Okay, that's fair. Spain is cool. Although I do know a guy from Spain and he says that living there is actually not as fun as people think it is. So that's why I'm like, I would only live there in my retirement years. Like once I retire, I would love to move there or in Portugal. Vietnam, Australia. North America, I'd want to live in Canada. South America, probably Chile or Uruguay, like IDX answer, but I don't know enough Spanish. If we're talking about like all continents, for me in North America, if you asked me this like 5 years ago, I would say in North America I would love to live in the US, but that has since changed thanks to Trump. So I would say probably nowhere, honestly. Like I hate Canada as well. I think Canada is just discount US. And Mexico, I don't know about Mexico, honestly. Like I'm a bit scared of the whole like crime situation there. So I guess if I had to choose, it would probably be Canada. Oh, does Greenland count? If Greenland counts, then I'm gonna say Greenland. Mostly because it's just Denmark. Even if I don't like the climate. For South America, I have plenty of choices there. I would probably say maybe either like Chile or Argentina for South America. For Asia... Asia. Like that's the thing. Like the only like democratic countries in Asia are Japan and South Korea. And the work culture in those countries is absurd. I would say Japan, I guess. If it means that I don't have to work as hard as the as the locals, but that's not a given, so but yeah, probably Japan and Asia. Oh, actually, maybe Indonesia. But then again, like Indonesia or Malaysia, probably, for Asia. And Africa is like the hardest one because it's like there isn't many good places to live. Like, I'm sorry, but I would say like for Africa, maybe South Africa. Oh no, wait, there was like one island nation that was really nice, and it's also an island. And you know me, I love islands, but I forgot what it's called. It's like it's in the Atlantic Ocean. It's like off the west coast of Africa, but I forgot what it's called. Like maybe Potato is very good with geography, so maybe he can refresh my memory of which country I'm thinking of. Canada is USA light, yeah, exactly. Like my parents went there and it wasn't very good. It wasn't very fine, especially in the cities. Mexico is good, but yeah, the crimes. Basically, the entirety of Latin America. Yeah, that's my main issue. Like, I love the culture of Latin America and, like, the cuisine and stuff. But the crime is what scares me, and many people, honestly, not just me. That's what really pushes, like, people away from that region, that part of the world in general. Mexico has earthquakes. Yeah, that's another thing. Myanmar! Even Japan and South Korea have the coldest people ever. I'd go with China if they weren't that authoritarian. Yeah, I was gonna say China, but then I remembered, oh, right. Communism. Okay, let me catch up with the chat. I'll go China. Cape Verde. Yeah, Cape Verde, I think, or Mauritius. One of the two. It was an island nation, but it's considered an African nation. But it is an island. That's where I would live if I had to pick somewhere in Africa. And regarding Oceania, literally any country other than Australia. Like, literally. Because fuck Australia, man. I don't want to be eaten by a freaking giant-ass spider or some crazy nonsense. Like, I don't want to live in Australia mostly because of the crazy wildlife. I'll move to a small town in Mexico in the future. Small towns are always nice. Portuguese speaking, it's chill. I think it's Cape Verde. I'm talking about like an island nation in Africa, Potato. It's off the west coast of Africa. It's like very small. And I think surprisingly quite developed for an African country. Mauritius is in the East Indian Ocean. Okay, so it's not Mauritius. I think it's Cape Verde, what IDX said. Madagascar is in the lowest corner, dude, Zell. Madagascar is a massive island, not a small island, and it's on the southeast of Africa. So no, not Madagascar. Madagascar has a lot of problems. I hate Australia. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't hate the people or the government or anything. I just hate the freaking nature, I guess, and especially the wildlife. Like, I'm someone who's deathly afraid of insects. So, Australia is like the biggest nope for me. Hey, look, that's perfect. Let me lay down the cobblestone flooring. Or actually, maybe stone flooring might be nicer here. So I'm... Oh, crap. I'm sorry you guys can't see. Let me put that down. There we go. Small present in the outback? I don't know, dude. Because, like, here's the thing, right? I want to avoid big cities. I want to live in, like, a rural area or, like, the countryside, something like that. No matter where I am. And the problem with doing that in Australia is that if you do that, you have to deal with the wildlife. If you don't want to deal with the wildlife, you have to live in, like, basically Sydney or, like, one of the bigger cities. Which is also a no-no for me. Because I hate big cities. So that's why I would never freaking live in Australia. Maybe not even visit. I don't even want to visit the place. That's Mauritius. That's a small developed island. It's part of Africa, but it's in the east, not in the west. Okay, maybe I'm getting it confused, but there definitely was another, like, island country off the west coast of Africa. Maybe it's not developed, but there was definitely a country there. I swear on me mum that there was a country there. Trust me, bro. Now the islands in the west are as developed as you're thinking. Okay. Off the west of Africa, Cape Verde and Sao Tome, and I think that's it. Paraguay is nice. It has one of the oldest railways in South America. Interesting. I did not know that. As a Brazilian, I think I'd much rather live there and peacefully than think of getting robbed 24/7. That is fair. Australia has rural areas, but it's way smaller. I think you would like New Zealand more. Oh yeah, absolutely. New Zealand is also colder as well, which is nicer for me. Two big green islands isolated. Yes, I love islands. I think Method might have meant Seychelles or Mauritius, but those are in the East Coast. Yeah, well, regardless, they're islands and they're developed, so I would live there. I only know Brazil because they love this Mexican show called El Chavo. How can you only know Brazil because of that? Come on, Brazil is like the biggest country in South America. Everybody knows Brazil. Please come to Brazil. The freaking memes. Please come in Brazil. Like you would, I like how you would always find like the random Brazilian comment of like any influencers, like social media post. There's like one random comment that is like, "Please come in Brazil." It's so funny. New Zealand has the cleanest air in the world. That would make sense because they're like an isolated island. Also, I think Iceland has clean air as well. At least when their volcanoes aren't erupting every 5 seconds. Yeah, the Amazon jungle is there as well, like the Amazons are there. Brazilians are everywhere. They forget we're like one of the biggest Western countries, yeah. South American US population-wise, that's crazy. But it does make sense, like, yeah, Brazil is massive. $220 million people. That's still less than the US, though. The US has like 330 or 300 and something million. Actually, you know what? These towers look terrible. I'm gonna do something here. Hold on. While I wait for my stone to smelt, I want to do something with this tower. Wow, it's been an hour already. Okay, I think I will be able to finish the exterior of the castle, but I definitely won't be able to finish the interior. Which is a shame, but whatever. Okay, let me tear this down. Oh my god, these freaking pigs, I swear to Christ, dude. Hate them so much. Okay, oh god, this is gonna be kind of scary because I don't have sneaking, but here we go. This is gonna give it a little bit more depth and hopefully make it look nicer. Oh god. Okay, oh Jesus, I hate now having sneaking, dude. Sneaking cannot come soon enough, honestly. Oh, Jesus. Should I also mention now that I have a fear of heights? Like, it's not a very, like, big or crazy fear of heights. Like, I've definitely seen people with much worse fear of heights than mine, but I still have a fear of heights. I don't like panic or anything, I just feel very queasy and uncomfortable if I'm in a high place. So it's not a phobia, it's just a general fear, I guess. There we go. That should hopefully make it look better. Let's have a look. I'm gonna make this the floor here at the base of the tower out of wood. Okay, that still looks kind of goofy, but honestly, I'll take it. It's still a little bit better than what it was before. Yeah, I think the problem with this tower is the shape, honestly. Like, it's way too fat. This one's gonna look way better, and honestly, the other ones will look way better. This one just looks weird. Maybe that one will have a similar problem too, but we'll see. At least it looks unique. At least it looks better than, or not better, but more unique than my usual castle build. South America is the continent with the highest amount of bones or something. I know it's the continent with the least amount of population, other than Oceania, if you want to count that as a continent. Most people use the internet, it's like 94% or something like this. Paraguay, 6 million people. Wow, that's smaller than Czechia. It's always strange to me that Brazil isn't a superpower. Yeah, like, what gives? Like, Brazil definitely has the potential to be a superpower. Is it that corrupt? Maybe competent, or I was gonna say maybe competent politicians, but then I remembered Trump, and I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe that's not it. Decent politicians, education. IDIAC, the US doesn't have decent politicians, at least not anymore. Brazil should be like Australia, if not better. America is the continent, but North, Central, South are subdivisions. Aren't like North America and South America two separate tectonic plates though? I don't remember. I know that Eurasia is one tectonic plate. Like, technically Europe is a quote-unquote fake continent because it's the same tectonic plate as Asia. It's just considered a continent on its own because of how vastly different it is and mostly rich compared to Asia. But I thought that, like, the Americas are two separate tectonic plates. For a while, they had to have some good ones. Now the newer politicians are bringing their nation down, yeah. Paraguay in 1860 had like 1 million people, but after a war... Oh, wow, that's like 80% of the population. That's crazy. I'm glad they made it through, though. The Americas are two plates, yeah. Thought so. The Caribbean plate, interesting. Okay, this is good enough. Let me actually put some more stone in here to cook. Actually, I think I should make that like 1 block higher. That might make it look a little bit less goofy. Brazil can easily become a superpower if we start doing things correctly from the ground up. Actual laws that make sense. All the basics. I hope I get to see this in my lifetime. Yeah, like Brazil has like a lot of potential to become what the hell? Oh, now I see the error of my ways. Okay, well this is gonna be kind of annoying then, but we try to do it. If only I could press Control to crawl, that would be amazing. But no, this is not InfDev Plus. This is stinky, stinky vanilla InfDev. Really stinky, really bad. We hate vanilla InfDev. Stinky poo-poo bad. I'm sorry, Zell, but this is just bad. Bad version. Just play alpha, bro. Fuck. Boom, boom, boom. That was probably like, blasphemy! Okay, just need this side. There we go. That, and there we go. First tower complete. I'll deal with the interior later. Actually, well, not the interior now, but I want to put some windows in here. Yes, definitely. North and South America could also be accurately called West and East America, respectively. They're equally West-East as they are North-South. Interesting. I'll just move to Paraguay and make my own house made of mud. I'll just stay in Mexico. So this is not Minecraft. I don't think a house out of mud is gonna be very practical. Stinky poo poo vanilla inf dev, yes. I'm convinced my world doesn't have any lapis. Ha 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 ha. Skill issue, my guy. Skill issue. Okay, let me put some windows. Hey, look, the slab lighting is finally fixed. Yay, good job, Notch. You did it. Yor did it. Yor did it. Can I, oh, here we go. Here we go. Hell yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Alright. Oh, that's too low. Here we go. Here and here. By the way, I had the weirdest freaking dream last night. Can't even make this up. I had a dream that I was doing a test in history and I failed. Like, I know this has happened a lot to me in the past when I was actually in like high school, but why now? So weird. Okay, these windows up here are just gonna be purely decorative. Okay, I think that's probably good enough. Maybe one there in the middle. Might look nice. What a goofy ass tower this is. You know what? Let's put like some railing on this. I don't feel safe walking up these steps. Feel safe at all. No sorry, Bob. Crap. You seriously gonna do this to me? Oh, hey, look at that. I'm a professional. A highly trained professional. Ha 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 ha. Oh man, I have to do it again. Oh crap. I guess I'm not a highly trained professional, just a regular boring goat professional. I need more food. Okay, that's a very janky staircase, but it'll have to do. Make it a little bit less jank. There we go. Okay, that looks a little bit nicer. Amazing. This is giving me thief vibes. I like this. Definitely feels like a, you know, like a thief level. Okay, you know what? Window there. And another window. Okay, not a window there. Let's go with that. Can I put a window here? No. Should have put corners. Oh well. Alright, I think this tower can now be considered finished. Oh, let me do the flooring. Might as well. Saw a guy on YouTube making a house made of mud. Like actual real life house. Another thing Brazil should do is reduce its ties to Russia and try to either be more self-sufficient or work with the EU. Yes. When do they add sneaking in this again? Alpha 1.1. So we're gonna be waiting quite a while. Sadly. Get my stone. Okay, what did I come here for again? Oh yeah, wood. Wad. I need some wad. Here we go, here's some wad. Love my wad. Gonna make it all into... actually, no. Keep a little bit separate. Need torches as well, what the hell? I'm running out of resources fast here. Why is it that I always, like, when I build, I run out of stuff immediately? I haven't even been, like, wasting anything. I only dropped, like, 3 cobblestone earlier because I wanted to just pick up a full stack. Are my projects always... Do my projects always end up just this big, or... am I doing something wrong? A guy in the forest made a house made of wood and mud using leaves for the roof. I mean, that's a very old school, I guess you could say, house. Wouldn't be as practical as, you know, a freaking stone or like concrete building or even a wooden cabin, but it's livable, at least temporarily. But it's also hard, I think. Especially, like, it's hard to build anything on your own, and especially using, like, mud. You would have to, like, dry the mud and harden it. I guess just leaving it out in the sun might do the trick, but I don't know anything about building. Both in this game and in real life. Also make a door for this. I'm gonna put like a crafting table and leave it here. Boom, boom, boom. Excellent. There we go. First tower complete. Now we need to do the other 3. Ugh. Yeah, this is gonna... I should be able to finish the towers, but the... like the inside of the castle, like the inside building and gardens and a whole bunch of other stuff that I want to add. Yeah, that's gonna have to wait. I did not anticipate this build to take me this long. Holy crap. Okay, well, let's focus on finishing the freaking towers. Because I want to, at the very least, have the outside finished, so I can, like, take a picture of it and stuff. Okay, let me put down the flooring first here. At least I'm getting more stone in the process. Minecraft is trolling me at this point. There's 4 endermen in one area, a very rare mob, and no stupid lapis. Ah, skill issue. Simply an issue of skill, my guy. Okay, I'll stop. I think I want the staircase to begin here. I'm gonna do the exact same staircase. Made of slabs and stone. Cobblestone. If you wanna be ultra specific. If you're a nerd. Well, actually, it's cobblestone and not stone. Crap. My god. There. 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 Okay. How do I... Make this go out 1. Go out 2, actually, from down here. Oh, this is gonna be scary. Crap. Oh, there we go. Corners are easy, but this part right here is the scary part. There we go. Fucking hell. Here's a shower thought. Did tourism to Madagascar increase after the release of the Madagascar movie? There should be a case study on that. God. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Don't, oh no. Oh jeez. Okay. Whew. There. Finally. Now I can do this in peace. Okay, I think that should be good. It's an abandoned house in a town in Mexico, and I'll live there. I also wanted to live in an abandoned house when I was younger. Haha. I'm afraid of heights. You and me both. Should have enough stone for this. Oh, by the way, so I started playing Thief 2, like a personal replay, just to refresh myself with, refresh my memory of the levels. Crap. And wow, I forgot how good the story is. Like, the story, and especially the pacing of the story, is so much better than the original game. So I'm really excited to actually stream that next month. Expect the streams to begin in January. At some point. Because I should be done with my replay by Christmas, pretty much. Then I want to take a bit of a short break, but I definitely want to start... Oh, crap. Start ASAP. Gonna be great. I'm really excited for that. It's about time I did the second game, because the second game is considered by many to be much better than the first. Me included. If you want to know what my favorite Thief game is, it's 2. Even though I technically have more hours put into Thief 1, but I prefer Thief 2. Both the setting and the levels and, like, well, the gameplay is pretty much the same, but... The story, the levels, and the setting, and even the atmosphere in a way. Although I do miss the more paranormal elements of the original. There isn't enough of that in the second. And the third one has a special place in my heart, because, like, the third game is... the first one I actually played. I know I played them out of order, which sounds weird, but... the third game wasn't marketed as a third game, it was marketed as its own thing. Like, the name is Thief Deadly Shadows, there isn't a free in the name. And there's also, like, a very brief introduction of, like, past events, sort of. It was confusing still when I played it the first time, but... Oh, right, slabs. It was a little bit confusing when I played it for the first time, but I still, like, enjoyed it. It was my introduction to the franchise, so I'll be forever grateful for it for that alone. Okay, that should be enough slabs. Last me a while. Just need to put some torches. One there and one, let's say, there. Again, the whole point of this build is to be as asymmetrical as possible. That also includes window placement. Although I think it's gonna be better here, actually. Yeah, there we go. So I can actually kind of at least see. It should still make sense, you know? Even if it is asymmetrical. Okay, and over here... I'll put 2 windows up here. And then some windows down here. Oh, actually, here. There we go. One over here. One up here. And that's good, I think. Oh, and one over here. You know what? Let's have a double wide. Why not? Again, make it as asymmetrical as possible. Then up here... Oh, I already finished this. Oh yeah, this is a problem. How do I handle this? I think if I do it this way, maybe... That doesn't really help. And why did I have to make it uneven? Okay, fine, you know what? I think it was fine as it was. Yeah, it's kind of odd, but whatever. Let's... Asymmetry for the win. Okay, no. I like this better. Nah, whatever. Oh hey, Yoski, welcome to the stream. Would you go bungee jumping despite your fear of heights? Absolutely never. That is something I would never do in my life. I think I should do that too with Thief. There was a time Thief 3 was your favorite. There was, yeah, like at the beginning, before I even played much of 1 and 2, Thief 3 was my favorite, but Thief 2 has been my favorite ever since. Oh, since a while at least. I still like Thief 3 though. Thief 3 is still a good game. Like a lot of hardcore fans of the franchise like to crap on that game. Like dog on it and stuff, but I think it's fine. I think it's good. It's definitely infinitely better than whatever the fuck Thief 4 is. That's one game that we don't talk about that I definitely won't be playing on the channel. That game is genuinely awful. Like it's freaking disgustingly bad. It even fails as like a freaking game, like a stealth game, let alone a thief game. So trust me when I say this, you're not missing out on much with that. Ah, crap. Yeah, these weird staircases are kind of wonky, but whatever. There we go, there's the second tower done. 2 more left. In half an hour, we should be able to do this. What should I build in my town? Do you have a bakery yet? Oh, a water wheel. Although that might be challenging, but a water wheel might be cool. Who's the protagonist? Axis or allies? What? Where's the context? I haven't been paying attention. The Fallout 76 of Thief. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, by the way, hi James, welcome back. Thinking again about that certain German group. Oh, okay, that's what I missed. Interesting. And speaking of why we're still on the topic of Thief, so Thief VR is out, and apparently the game itself is like not that bad. Like it seems to be received with like a lukewarm response, but the main issue seems to stem from the port. Like it's a very shoddy and bad port apparently. Maybe even a rushed port. Because I think originally the game is for like the PlayStation and like the PlayStation VR or whatever. But the PC port apparently isn't very good. But I'm still hopeful that when I do end up playing it, that it's gonna be... Oh, the wool here actually converted to white. Okay, that's good. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm still hopeful that it's gonna be fixed by the time I actually get around to playing it. But considering that I didn't have very high expectations of it, and most people didn't, apparently it's not that bad. It's not the best thing ever, but it's far from the worst as well. Keep deleting my history just in case some intelligentsia is tracking my browser activity. Re-ender pose. Always look at the bright side. Even though sometimes it's difficult to look at the bright side of some things, but almost always there's some sort of a bright side. Crap. I'm becoming an expert at this staircase building business. Okay, let me do this dangerous game again. Ooh. Spoopy. Look at that pig. Bet it's a spy, a government spy. A Russian government spy. It's gonna start speaking Russian any moment. Сука, блядь. Иди нахуй. It's like the only freaking words in Russian that I know. Oh. Okay, let's do it here in case I do fall, that I'm gonna fall there. Okay, there we go. Oh, come on. And there we go. Whew, nice. Okay, now we cut all of this down. Oh my god, no! Oh man, now I have to fix that. Hold on. Bloody hell. Where is it? It's right there, I think. Where the fuck? Oh, there we go. Okay, crisis averted. Ow. That was unnecessary. OCD triggered, yes. Oh, this tower is way too short. Whatever. I don't care. It's too late for this now. What do we have to do? What a goofy ass castle, man. This is the goofiest build that I've ever done. Oh, I'm really banking on it looking good from a distance, because if it doesn't, I'm gonna feel like I wasted my time. I mean, I'm still gonna be using it as a base, so it does have a practical usage, I guess, but still. Oh. Oh man, I have to go and wait for 50 hours for freaking stone to smelt again. Well, before I do that, let me at least put the caps on. There we go. Yeah, the Axis and Allies thing. He plays a US soldier. Interesting. But like 5 hours making a dumbed down ray tracing effect just to realize I can fake it with one object. Yeah, I wasted like hours trying to figure out how I can make like the chunk fade in effect from Modern without using shaders. Spoiler alert, I did not figure it out. I did figure out how to do blur though without the use of a shader, even though it is very expensive. It's not efficient at all, but it's the best I can do. Because at least I knew that is possible since... like, obviously a fade-in effect is possible. The problem is that chunks use display lists. It's not very easy to achieve that. In fact, I don't know if it's even possible to achieve that with display lists. I know it is with VBOs, but that's because VBOs use shaders. And you know me, I have an anti-shader policy when it comes to development. Even though I really shouldn't, because it's not really gonna do me any favors once I start making my own game and engine, but whatever. Okay, now we wait. Soldier in exile, now a rebel. The color of 3F when rendering the chunk and slowly increment. Dude, that doesn't work because of display lists. Display lists have their colors baked at pretty much at startup. I learned that when I was dealing with the stars, because I wanted to make all of the stars like different colors at random. But I didn't want to use a texture overlay, which is what BTA does. I wanted to actually change like the color of the stars themselves using an OpenGL function. So I managed to do it easily, but then I realized that the fade-in effect was broken because it actually baked in those colors at startup, since stars use a display list. So the way I did it was I apply an empty texture on the stars additionally, and I fade that texture in, and that actually somehow works and fades in the stars. So they're both colored and fade in, and they use an OpenGL function to bake the colors at startup. But using the same trick for chunks hasn't proven effective so far, sadly. Maybe there is a way, but it's a bit more complicated because chunks are kind of a mess. I honestly hate chunks. Like, they're a necessary evil, but they're just so freaking annoying to work with every time. both with rendering and in general just with like the logic behind it. InDev was so much easier to work with and more fun because it had no chunks. You just manipulate the entire world. Of course, that has its own limitations. That's why the world is limited, but yeah, freaking InDev Plus was so much fun to make. I really miss working on that mod. And by that I mean like in the early days when I was like first starting development. It was a lot of fun. I'm rewriting my Slome clone Bloom. Jeez, say that 5 times fast. I know what Slome is, dude. I spoke with Robotnik in the past. It's his janky, like, Terraria clone, pretty much. Why do you need chunks in a 2D game? Unless it's infinite. If it's infinite, then fair enough. But if it's not infinite, it seems like a waste, especially because it's 2D. Okay, we have 15 minutes. Yeah, it seems like it takes us about 15 minutes on average to finish a single one of these towers, so we should be able to finish the last one and call it a day. God, I keep misplacing, which is a massive waste. Stone is so annoying to get. Swear to God. That's a weird configuration, but whatever, it'll have to do. Alright, place a few more torches here, just randomly. I'll deal with this later. Do the guard railing, the windows. And that. Remove this one, I think, yes. Although it's probably better if I keep it. This is such a janky setup. Man. Whatever. Okay, let's... oh, fucking hell. Let's have a double window again here. Here's an advantage of using slabs for these windows as well. I don't have to smelt any of my sand into glass yet. I do have sand though. I forgot about that. I was about to say I don't have to get sand, but then I remembered, oh right, I do have enough sand. It's just that, you know, I need to... Again, I forgot that this is not InDev or InDev Plus where you get 2 doors. You just get 1. And they don't even stack yet for whatever reason. Thanks, Notch. That's a deliberate design choice, by the way, the fact that doors don't stack. This Notch is a freaking idiot. Just looking weird. God, this is such a weird configuration. I hate this. You know what? No. There. Now we just put these down. This guy and this guy. Actually, no, this guy. Bloody hell! Losing my patience with this. It's a good thing it's approaching the end, because yeah, this is starting to get kind of annoying. Definitely need a break. Okay, there's that tower done. Let's do the final one quickly. This is not gonna be enough WAD. It's cool, but I don't care for the finite worlds, so I vow to make infinite worlds. I see. Joining in on the tail end building, I see. Hello, Rai. Welcome back to the stream. Yes, I'm building the castle. Yippee. I'm nowhere near done with it. I've literally... Wow, my pickaxe already broke. Amazing. I'm literally only managed to build like the outer walls and a few towers. In 2 hours. Doors are too OP, yeah. The wood doors are also tungsten. The life in the InfDev world is tungsten based instead of carbon based. Yes, I have played Mindtest, Afu. Briefly. Back in 2023. I played it briefly. And I did like it. It's okay. I still prefer modded Minecraft though. What did I come here for? Oh, right. Pickaxe. Maybe more wood while I'm at it. Maybe just a stack. I'm gonna need the logs as well for builds. I'm actually gonna have to chop down some trees soon. And the worst part is that these trees are freaking the stupid glitched trees that have like way less wood in them. So I have to go all the way back to like earlier chunks, like with the big trees, and chop those down. It is a chore, especially because it's InfDev. I can't even sneak. But yeah, I'm gonna put like a big building here in the center where basically the king and his royal family is going to reside in. And then I will clear out that cliff and like make a second wing there as well for the servants. Or maybe this is gonna be the servants' wing and that'll be like the main royalty wing or whatever you want to call it. I like how the towers turned out, to be honest. I don't know how to feel about them. I like that tower, but these ones feel kind of weird, especially that one. That one is way too short. Should have made it as tall as that one. Which is, that one is 7, that one is 9, this one is 5, and this one is also 7. If you're into psychedelic music, definitely try King Gizzard. It depends. I'm partial on psychedelic music. Like, there's only really one artist that I found that does psychedelic music that I really like, and that's Intig. And they only have like one album. It's actually the same guy who made Cry of Fear, including the soundtrack. So it's pretty good. But beyond that, I'm not the biggest fan of psychedelic music. I left Spotify, which is honestly good. Yeah, fuck Spotify. Why does old Minecraft trigger megalophobia more? Probably because people make mega builds. Spotify is horrible for artists, yes. Military technology, interesting. King Met and Queen Odd. 10 minutes to go. Yes. Oh, you were recommending it to James, okay. Hey, I'm having trouble keeping up with the chat, okay? I'm the most important person here. I'm the one streaming. Hahaha. I'm just kidding. Oh my god, you made me mess up! Okay. If you get that reference, by the way, you are a champ. You are like unfathomably based if you get that reference. You made me mess up. And no, Potato, you don't count because you only get that reference because of me. God, this is the scary part. Ooh, nearly fell. Crap. Okay, there we go, and cut this down. Get me stone back. Do not listen to psychedelic music under influence of drugs if you don't want to see Allah. Yes. I don't know who else is streaming. Joel. What is he streaming? The funny Swedish man. Joel. Joe, I get it a pokey. It is so cool. I always wanted a pokey ever since I was a baby. Actually, realized that I've missed out on a lot of the spooky YouTube videos, streams. Like, I'm literally missing at least like 5 episodes. I need to catch up with that. I kind of just completely forgot about Joe, honestly. I'm ashamed to admit. But recently, YouTube has started recommending me his like his VODs and highlights again, and I'm like, oh, this is the stuff. This is the good stuff right here, the gourmet shit, you know? Okay, that's good enough. Let's cap these off. Oh, perfect. So the only one that is uneven is actually that one, which I found that looks like the best tower. There's a pig inside of that tower now. Amazing. That nasally voice. You made me mess up. I forgot anyway. Potato, I am so disappointed in you, man. No one gets it. Yeah, because you're not men and women and people of culture. That's why. Ha 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 ha. Can you show me after stream? If you ask nicely. Suppose that Method is the best person here. Only he gets the reference. Yeah, clearly, I'm the smartest person here, you know? I'm the only person of culture in this room right now. In this virtual environment. I'm the only person who gets the joke. Or the reference. It's also a joke, in a way. Okay, let me... oh my god, I have so many crafting tables. I'm literally soybean. Oh my god. Literally soybean, man. Soybean 58. We don't talk about 57. Okay, these guys. Windows. Let's go. Oh, okay, that is a terrible window. Holy shit. That one. There we go. That's a better window. Then we want one here. We want one here. Want one here. One here. One hither. One hither. One hither. One there. And I think that's probably good enough. Yeah, probably. Oh, and also the guard railings, right. UL. He's streaming Look Outside. I've seen the librarian play that game. I should check it out. Can you add back the thing where you can see your messages on stream? No. I find that it clutters up the screen too much. I loved Vinesauce as a kid. I still love Vinesauce. You can never be too old for Vinesauce. They added cops to Minecraft? So true. Goddamn pigs, man. Wait, what was it from the game with the funny shopkeeper man? Yes, it was. Sacre bleu! Monsieur! Monsieur. Creators of AI got Person of the Year. I saw. There's no hope for humanity left. What happened to the other 57 soybeans? We don't talk about that. Same category as the Austrian painter. All that means is that said person was the most influential in the year. Doesn't mean they're good. Yeah. I've been watching Joe for 10 years. I've been watching him for probably 10 as well, actually. I don't remember. I think I first watched his Windows Destruction streams back in 2014? Maybe? Or 2015, I don't know. But yeah, like 10 years for me as well. Holy crap. Although I'm more on and off than you are. Like, sometimes I just stop watching him entirely. For like months at a time. And then I'm back, like, binge watching like a billion of his highlights, and then I stop watching again. Okay, there we go. Should be putting these in the corners there. That looks a little bit nicer. There we go. Wow, this is this tower is actually perfectly symmetrical. Oh wait, no, never mind. There's that. Okay, good. We don't want symmetrical builds for once in this playthrough. Okay. Put this down right there. Or actually, no, let's move it. Put it there. Boom, boom. Clean this up a little bit. Very quickly. Crap. What a mess. What a freaking mess this castle has turned into. Holy crap. And of course it's night, so I can't even take like a cool picture of my build. I was even planning to post it on Reddit and everything. I really like that tower. Okay, so that tower and that tower, those ones look fine. I don't know how I feel about these two though, especially that one. Can you not? Okay, I think I forgot to light up this tower as well. Oh yeah, jeez. I completely forgot to light up this place. How could I? Oh, it's 9 PM. Okay, I'm gonna light up the towers, like the tops of the towers real quick, and that'll be it. Zoop, zoop, zoop. There. That should be good enough. Ow. And that one. Legacy plus AI. That was actually a thing at some point. I remember that Robotnik actually made like an actual AI chatbot in the original server. That was hilarious. It was like it was the most useless thing on the planet. It was hilarious. It didn't even know what Legacy Plus was until the very end. Good times. We need to bring it back with like the influx of new people that are like discovering the mods and asking like stupid questions. We need to bring it back and actually make it good and not just a funny meme. And then we catch up with the chat. Get ready to say your goodbyes, folks, because this is it. Very first video of his I saw was Indonesian GTA San Andreas copies. Yeah, the first video that I saw was the Windows... I think it was one of the Windows destruction videos. I think it was Windows XP. You guys remember Angry Minecraft animation series? No. Like, genuinely, I don't. I don't know if you care for Guns N' Roses, but you should listen to their 2 new singles. I don't really care. Same music taste as my mom. Finally found Lapis. Congratulations. It was probably about 2 IQ points above Muru, yeah. At least it could actually respond, unlike Muru. But granted, they did fix Muru recently. Should bring it back. Method before the stream ends. Can you wish my friend a very happy birthday? Happy birthday, friend of Rai. I hope you have a wonderful time. I don't know you, but yeah. Hope you have a good day. Make a wiki for InfDev Plus. The bot will reference it when giving info, at least for a wiki.gg link. There is technically a wiki, but there's no one to manage it. That's the problem. Also, welcome to the stream, Alex, even though you're here at the very end. Yes, Paul. I just want to very quickly take a look at the castle from down below, see how it looks, and then I'll end it. Don't make a wiki, it'll be like NWS where half the info is wrong. Well, too late, James. There already is one, but people are not updating it at all. Excellent stream. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Cut the last 10 minutes at least. Okay. Oh, wow. That actually looks kind of cool. Want to see it from all the way down here. The towers look kind of wonky, though. Because they're not symmetrical. I don't know, I just think that symmetrical builds work way better in these earlier versions than asymmetrical ones. But yeah, look at that. That looks kind of cool, actually. Yeah, I'm happy with it. Hopefully you guys are too. But yeah, with that, I would like to thank you all very much for joining and for watching. And I'll see you next week when we're gonna take a break from building and we're gonna be exploring. We're gonna try to find a dungeon. That's gonna be fun. And also, hopefully, some diamonds as well. We're gonna be doing some caving and new chunks. But yeah, as the sun comes up, I bid you all farewell and see you next week. Have a good one. Bye-bye.